If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
This month's TV 47 Star Student of the Month.
And we welcome Maggie Whitelaw. She's a senior at Munford High School. And Maggie, good morning.
Good morning.
Good to have you with us today. Maggie, tell us a little bit about yourself, please.
Well, my name is Maggie Whitelaw. I'm a senior at Munford High School, and I'm also a varsity cheerleader.
Talk about your family. Who are they?
My mom, Michelle, my dad, Robert, and I have two siblings, Bo and Peyton.
All right, a brother and sister, 12 and 14. And you go to Munford High School, where you've been for how many years now?
Since 5th grade.
Okay. And what's it like being a senior at Munford High?
It's good because I'm about to graduate. But
way to go!
But it's also stressful, applying to colleges and everything. But I've had a good experience at Munford, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
What's some of the classes you're taking your senior year?
I'm taking AP Psychology, AP Literature, Algebra with Finance, Earth and Space Science, and I'm taking a multimedia design class where we do like a lot of coding, which is kind of cool. So yeah.
Who's some of the teachers?
My psychology teacher would have to be my favorite. Dr. G is what we call him, or Dr. Gilliland. And then Mr. Bailey is my literature teacher. Miss Bowers is my science teacher. And Coach Tutherow is my math teacher.
Now, you're a cheerleader there at Munford too.
Yes.
Cheering. How long have you been cheering?
Since the 6th grade, which that's a while. It's become a big part of me, and I'm definitely going to miss it. And cheer tryouts are actually coming up, and I get to help with that.
Instead of trying out, right?
Yes, just help all the girls, and I'm really excited. But I'm also kind of sad at the same time because it's just all over, cheering.
You miss all those cheer camps. You have fun
all
at those?
Games. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We're talking with Maggie Whitelaw. She's a senior at Munford High School. She is our Star Student of the Month, and she plans on going to college or university after graduation and majoring in psychology. You're taking psychology your senior year. Why the field of psychology?
Well, I didn't think I would like it, but through this class, it's made me realize that it's actually very interesting, learning about the human mind, like why do we do these things, or like why don't we do certain things, just learning about different illnesses that people can have. And I was like, this is kind of cool. So I looked further into it, and I really think it's something that I want to try out.
Yeah. Now, you've got a couple of routes you can go as far as universities. Who are they?
I'm probably going to Auburn. I think I'm set on Auburn right now. So War Eagle.
There you go. There you go.
And so I plan on going to Auburn.
Okay. Psychology is something that one of your classes is this year, but you're also studying literature and taking 2 AP classes. And how do you balance all of that in your cheering as well?
It's difficult. There are plenty of late nights. But sometimes you just have to choose if you want to put, am I going to practice cheering tonight, or am I going to study, which, I obviously choose studying.
A lot of hours go into cheering, doesn't it?
A lot of practices after school. We have to paint signs too for games, which can take a while.
You ever been injured cheering?
Yes. I think it was at cheer camp actually, and I fell out of a stunt and broke my ankle.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, size of a grapefruit.
Wasn't pretty, was it?
But no. But luckily that's my only injury. Yeah. But it hurt, and I was in a cast for a while.
Yeah. What about this the Get Outdoors Day with your squad? What do y'all do there?
We paint the kids' faces, which is really fun. They love it, just long lines of
What is the favorite
kids
face that you painted?
I think This one guy wanted to be a tiger one time, which was a challenge because he wanted his whole face orange. I was like, okay, I can try to do that. You know, I'm used to painting hearts and smiley faces, but I ended up, it actually looked pretty good, the tiger, I would say.
Who's some of your friends at school?
My best friend is Izzy, and she's a junior this year, so
Y'all hang out a lot?
Yes, but it's, you know, kind of sad that I'm going off to college. I'm going to miss her. And then I have friends in my grade like Bailey and Kennedy, Emily, like I'm friends with basically all the people on my cheer squad.
Who's your go-to person when you have a bad day?
Probably my mom or my parents or Izzy.
Your parents have been a stable stability there for you?
I can talk to them about anything. I'm really lucky to be able to talk to them about anything.
Now, you've been involved in a lot of civic organizations too, including Alabama Childhood Food. How'd that go?
It was a really good experience for me. I helped with the produce, so I would just, you know, see if the vegetables were, it was mainly vegetables, see if they were like okay to give out to people, and then I would put them in the freezer. And I would actually bag different like cereals, rice, boxed items.
You didn't use psychology on any of that produce, did you? Oh, we're talking with Maggie Whitelaw. She is a senior at Munford High School, and she plans on attending Auburn University and major in psychology. She is our star student of the month. Let's talk a little fun this morning before we go. Favorite food?
Oh, that's a hard one. Okay, it's between spaghetti and crab legs.
All right. Who prepares the spaghetti?
My mom.
Okay. She's pretty good at that, huh? Okay. Favorite restaurant?
Olive Garden.
Okay.
Or Yumi.
All right. You like to read?
Sometimes.
Okay. Like to watch movies?
Yes.
What do you watch? You watch Netflix, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. What is it you watch on Netflix?
I'm watching a, I forgot the name of it. Oh, I'm watching a series called You right now. And it's kind of crazy. It's about this guy who's basically like a stalker. But it's really interesting.
It goes into your psychology right there. Oh, how would you like to be remembered as a senior at school?
Well, I just hope that younger students can look at me and say, I want people to remember me. I want people to know, like, oh, she's going places. And I hope that everyone, like younger students, can just look at me as like kind of a guide on what they want to do in the future.
All right. Maggie, thanks for coming this morning. We're
Thanks
honored
for
to have
having
you.
me.
She's looking right here in this camera, ladies and gentlemen. Her name is Maggie Whitelaw. She's a senior at Munford High School, and Maggie is our star student of the month.
Tune in to Daybreak weekdays at 6:30 a.m. for your Star Student of the Month.